So the reason I bring up not all of us, like first thing to recognize if you're a church person and you were raised in the church, not everybody gets the chance to know Jesus as a child, which means that those who come to the church as a teenager or as a young adult or as a middle-aged adult or as a senior has not necessarily rejected Jesus once and is coming back to fix the problem. The first time someone walks through the door of your church might be the first time they've walked through the door of any church. And so if that's true, our preconceived notions of the way they ought to behave or the way things should be, or all the unspoken rules that they have no knowledge of have to be set aside so that they can even get 3 steps through the door.
Mm-hmm.
And there are moments, this happened to me a couple of times at university when, you're looking at your schedule. It's the first week of classes, and universities can have so many buildings on their campuses, and you're trying to figure out which building you're supposed to be in. And now you have to figure out which room, and the class is a code that doesn't actually match up with the name of the class. And you walk into the class and sit down and quickly realize they're speaking Spanish, and you hadn't signed up for a Spanish class. Walking through the doors of a church can feel like that, oh, this isn't what I thought it would be, or I think I'm in the wrong place. In this day and age, you can absolutely assume that if someone's walking through your doors for the first time, they have Googled you, they have read your about page, they have flipped through to see what sort of programs you participate in, especially for millennials and Gen Z. They're looking towards which humanitarian causes you affix yourself to, or what work are you doing toward climate change? How are you helping the unhomed population? What are you doing for hungry people? They are so activist minded that they want you to be very clear about that, or else they'll just move on Google. They're not necessarily going to even come through your doors if they can't find something with which they can relate online. And so that first walk through the door, there's an anticipation that I meant to be here. I chose to be here because I Googled you, and this is what I found. And they will either be met with what they expected to find based on the image you have projected, or they will feel quite confused by what they found online versus the hospitality they were welcomed with or not. And so I think what we project as the church and how we behave as the church, they need to resonate with one another, or else we are causing deep woundedness. We are causing hurt, and we are misrepresenting what Peter says in 1 Peter 2, when he says, you are a living stone, like we've talked about before, meant to build a house of worship.